In the heart of the Scottish Highlands, there was a small village called Glenfinnan. The village was surrounded by dense forests and treacherous mountains, and the locals believed that the area was cursed by an ancient witch who had been burned at the stake centuries ago. One night, a group of travelers arrived in Glenfinnan and asked the locals for a place to stay. The villagers warned them about the dangers of the area, but the travelers were determined to spend the night in the village. As the night wore on, the travelers heard strange noises coming from the forest. They dismissed it as the wind, but the noises grew louder and more persistent. Suddenly, they heard a blood-curdling scream that echoed through the village. The travelers rushed outside to investigate, but they found nothing. They returned to their lodgings, but they couldn't shake off the feeling that they were being watched. In the middle of the night, they were awakened by a loud banging on the door. They opened the door to find a group of hooded figures standing outside. The figures didn't speak, but they beckoned the travelers to follow them into the forest. The travelers were terrified, but they had no choice but to follow the figures. They walked for hours through the dark forest, until they came to a clearing. In the center of the clearing was a large stone altar, and on the altar lay a human sacrifice. The hooded figures began to chant in an ancient language, and the travelers realized that they were witnessing a ritual sacrifice to the witch who had cursed the area. The travelers tried to run, but they were surrounded by the hooded figures. Just as they thought that all was lost, a bolt of lightning struck the altar, and the hooded figures disappeared. The travelers ran back to the village, never to return again.